Good morning, you guys. I'm bringing you guys on this because it's gonna make this pretty much quick. I've had a chance to really sit down and let it marinate. I've looked at three lives that my Jazzy life has actually put out. First of all, my Jazzy life. In the infamous words of K. Michelle, don't shake the table if you unless you want to get shook. With that being said, you are to the point where you get on this Beyonce's internet and you be telling the people that you basically a victim. No, ma'am, you're not. You might want to go down memory lane and look at the video that you put out, basically telling reactors that you basically are feeding them. No, ma'am, you're not feeding us. Basically, what you're doing is giving us content on this train wreck of a channel that you have. It is sad that you're basically supposed to be a family channel when you basically get on here and record neglect of your own kids. Okay, what you need to do, first of all, ma'am, is stop giving those kids those small portions on their plates. Buy them some plates, and most importantly, feed your children before you try to comfort people. Now, as far as the situation where you got on your last live, basically trying to make the people think that you're a victim and that people are basically trying to get you to the point you're homeless, no, ma'am. You'll never be homeless because at the end of the day, even if somebody was trying to get Chris fired off his job, he is not taking care of nothing in that household. We all know you take care of him, you take care of all the bills, but what you ain't doing is taking care of your children. Okay, let's get that out of the way and let's make that very clear. Now, as far as you trying to play victim, no, ma'am. You have no rights to play victim in nothing. Now, as far as people allegedly calling Chris job, you should be trying to call that job and trying to figure out why would even entertain that type of information. You see what I'm saying? See, you trying to sue the wrong people. If you got a job that's willing to entertain somebody that call and presenting to be somebody and they don't know who they is, that's a red flag. Okay. No, you cannot, and I repeat, not take legal action on somebody for pretending to be your wife, your man child's actual wife, because you're not the wife. You see what I'm saying? What you need to be concerned about is why you are 5 kids in, you still a single mama, and worry about why Philip is on his way back to the slammer. You see what I'm saying? That's all allegedly. Okay, but what behooves me is that you got all day to get on Beyonce internet and try to entertain people that don't really care about you and try to prove points to people that really ain't really listening to what you saying. The people in your comments and your minds is letting them eat you up in the comments. You see what I'm saying? Jasmine, you have been at this thing for the longest time. If you were smart and you were so distraught like you pretend to be, you would get off this internet and get you a real job. It's obvious that YouTube has ran its course when it's concerning you. Now you get on here, you be basically on here panhandling on the internet trying to get sympathy points from people. Now you need to rename your channel My Sponsor Life, and I ain't taking it back. What you should be worried about if you want to stay on YouTube is first of all, take it serious and come on this camera presentable. Do the same for your children and clean your content up. Maybe you would get some decent subscribers over there and some sponsors. You see what I'm saying? All you do is get on here and do these little meal preps for yourself and try to prove points to people. You tried to act as though the reactors are being basically being fed off of you. What you fail to realize, a lot of people got real jobs. They do YouTube as a actual hobby. Now, I'm not saying that it's right for people to bully you. You don't like the fact that people tell you what you're doing wrong. Now, must I remind you of the My Shabby Life videos? Those are not videos that are put out there that was lying on you. There was actual videos of stuff that you put up there and actually got paid for it. You basically exploiting your kids on the internet and in the same breath want people to feel sorry for you. You don't even think enough of Kaylin to get that girl hair braided. You sitting up there, got your other child between your legs. You ain't took now shower, ain't trying to fix her hair. And the only reason you really doing her hair because Hannah is the only one who really is a mother figure and think enough of your children to take them to a movie. It's sad your children have never been to a movie. You got 5 children. What you should be doing is getting on the internet and finding you some trips to take your kids on. Vlog some of that so we can take you serious. I don't even take no woman serious that don't even take care of her children. Patches on there right now need a haircut. It's sad that I got to say Patches because I got 3 kids myself. for you to get the point that that child need a haircut. You basically are neglecting him medically, and most important, you neglecting him physically. You see what I'm saying? He walk around, he have those pull-ups on and the pamper, whatever that is, on too long. If you was a real mother, you would get off that internet and get on there and learn how to potty train your child. That is what is important. Chris don't want you. Chris been gone. He done took the gang of hats or whatever he got and he done left the building. You done bought this man a truck. You done did the most for this man. This man do not care nothing about you. That man don't even take care of his own children that he had before he even laid eyes on you. You see what I'm saying? He got a baby by Medusa. He got a baby by LaKenya. He got a baby by you. He don't take care of none of them. He couldn't even buy your child a car seat. When you was on your knees begging these people, telling these people you couldn't feed your family, that man prayed for you. But you want to get on Beyonce internet and try to play victim and say that we want you homeless. Nobody wants you homeless. Apparently, you want yourself off the internet. And most importantly, you want sympathy when you basically was the big bad bully and tried to address us incorrectly. Then you tried to do it with some tilapia that was very much overseasoned. You don't even have enough respect for your children to bleach and disinfect that house. Every time I turn around, those kids sick. You pick favorites with your children, and in the same breath want somebody to take you serious. You got to first learn how to be a mother. Now, if your mama had raised you right, we wouldn't see all this train wreck that you got of a channel and be able to get on here and actually do videos on you. Because when I react on you, I tell you what it is. I ain't on here to try to bully you. But a lot of them reactors on there begin you constructive criticism. So you don't like to hear nothing. You don't like the truth. You'll block people out the chat when they tell you the truth. You don't even think enough of your child to get him a haircut. You keep talking about you waiting on something. What you waiting on? The money? The 21st? I already know that Chris done drain you. That's the only reason he was over there that day actually making Amaya scared. This ain't allegedly. This the truth. That girl was sick then. She was sick from needing to go to the doctor, and most importantly, she probably hadn't had a decent breakfast then. You was had nerve to be on camera. Now, your last live, you needed to take a bath, and you should have fixed your hair before you got on this camera. But that's how you roll. You worried about everything else that ain't concerning you. You see what I'm saying? Now, for you to get on here and cuss that little girl out about a roach, that says a lot about you. You ain't got no business on this internet if your house ain't clean anyway. You got 5 children. I don't see how you even got the time to be on the internet much as you is. We all know Chris ain't there. That you pretty much frustrated. You taking it out on us. We ain't got nothing to do with the fact that Chris. That's how he is. That's what you entertain. You looking stupid, and that's why you really mad. And don't be lying and telling people that somebody allegedly was outside your door and threatening you. Ain't nobody threatening you. You don't like the fact that a certain reactor blew your spot up. She basically told what it was that man was making blase this and blase that, and was able to verify where he was working. So you need to check the job and figure out why they even told that information. I could call them that they would tell me too. They don't care nothing about Chris. And guess what? They ain't finna fire Chris. What you really should be concerned about is why he works so far away from the house when there's so many jobs close by. See, now the streets is talking. They basically saying that Phil is about to go back to jail because allegedly he did not register as a sex offender. I believe that. That's really what got you shook. You and your babysitter, you think he might go to jail. You see what I'm saying? And Hannah is the only one that cares about those children. That's sad. Those children was very happy to be at that actual premiere of that actual movie. That's the only time they actually get some real one-on-one care. All you care about is Beyonce internet. That's it. It's obvious YouTube is not doing what it needs to do for you, ma'am. Now, if you want to get out of your lease, just say that. Because we know you're struggling over there. You don't even want to go and supplement your income. You got all this time for being on the internet. You can get on there and do Instacart, do something, and supplement your income. You don't even think enough of yourself to actually post on your other extra Jazz and Chris channel. You know why? Because Chris ain't there. So if you go over there and post, you're going to look real stupid because he's not there. He ain't working those many hours on that particular job. Whoever that was that actually blew up his spot about where he worked, they actually did the baby moms a favor. If they smart, they go down there and put him on child support. They know exactly where he worked. That's why you mad too. Don't say you being threatened. You mad because you think Chris gonna knock you into the washers and the dryers like he been doing. See, you basically a victim of neglect. You on this internet in 5 minutes, and you are a piss poor mother. So I'm trying to figure out what you think that you got on this internet to prove when you got stuff at home need to be did. You the only person I know that turned laundry into calculus. You should be cleaning up your house and making sure that laundry is done at your house. I bet you got clothes piled up in the corner right now. And what behooves me is how you get on this internet and basically take clothes and fold them up on the counter. You don't even disinfect your house. I ain't seen no bleach in there. I ain't seen you clean nothing. Everything you buy be stuff straight out the Dollar Tree. No shade to the Dollar Tree, but I'm just saying, you got 5 children, baby. Lysol and bleach should be your friend. It ought to be stocked up in your cabinets. You got a whole pantry, and I bet you ain't got one shelf that actually full of food. Every time you open your refrigerator, I get scared. You did one Sam's Club haul, and everything that was on that video that you made cooking for your man, it came from Sam's. You need to put that fish back in that refrigerator, and you should have brought it out when your children was open and ready to eat. Stop making them children one pot meals. You see what I'm saying? Because they ain't prisoners. That's how you feed them. If you feed them on the divided trays, and I see more tray than I see food every time. Who feeds a child off of one box of rice and one box of one can of vegetables? You got 5 children in there, honey. Not to mention your silverback tail got to eat as well. You cooking for your man. How you gonna cook for a unfaithful man that barely works? Make it make sense. And then the fish was already dead. You killed it twice. You put it in the air fryer and then you put it in the grease. Ain't nobody eat that food but you. Chris don't eat your cooking. He cook prison meals. That's what he like. He like overseasoned food. You see what I'm saying? What is behooving me the most is that you actually want to get on here and play victim. Then when somebody asks you a question in the chat, you told them to cash up you $5. Somebody even offered to send the money to get your child a haircut. You told them that if they send it, you would spend it otherwise. We already know why you're on the internet, like I said, and I'll say it again. You're panhandling. That's why you actually up there. You hoping somebody gonna feel sorry for you and send you a cash out. See what done happened? You done let Chris run a lot of your supporters off. You see what I'm saying, Miss Valerie and the rest of the people that whoever sent you the couch. Cause you're the type of person I'm gonna send you back down memory lane. I ain't gonna let you forget, especially when you the type of female you is. So you like to tell people to meet you at HEB. You want to get up here and stick out your chest, and then when you feel like they ready to get at you, you get mad and you want to play victim. You understand where I'm going with it? You are in a battle with yourself. You need to get off Beyonce internet and get your life together. You ain't got no room to say nothing, and you don't even take care of your children properly. Those children stay sick and so much it don't make no sense. And there's reason why, because you filthy. You do not take care of those kids, and most importantly, you would not do one simple thing, that's disinfect and keep your house clean. You got that little boy walking around on the floor. You had the actual tray that he actually eat off of. You let the dog lick off of it. When I saw that, I said, okay, she top tier nasty. That is a stomach infection waiting to happen. And quiet as kept, the little boy need antibiotics. You ain't take him nowhere near a doctor. It is sad that they don't even have a pediatrician. Then you want to get on here and act like and floss like you don't get food stamp. Any food, no, you get food stamp. That's the only way you keep food on the table. And if one for Hannah, the children wouldn't probably see outside unless they going to do a HEB run or they going to school. You ain't got no trips planned. You ain't got nothing going on. What you need to do, and I'll keep saying it again, get out Beyonce internet and get you a work from home job. And I ain't talking about YouTube. That's once a month. That's almost like waiting on the first and the third. You have a family to take care of. You ain't got no man helping you. Quit lying and pretending like you don't look at reactors channels. See what it is. The reactors be telling you what it is, and you get mad. No, nobody's eating off of you. Because most of the reactors, they basically be telling you what it is. If you were smart, you would listen. That way you could turn your channel around. You actually could get to 100K by now. You stagnant because your content is piss poor. Everybody likes to watch a train wreck. That's pretty much why your channel is still going. And most importantly, it's still over there because bad publicity is sometimes better than good publicity when it comes to your channel. People love watching a train wreck, but they watch the reactors more than they watch you because you ain't putting out no content they want to see. People get tired of talking about Chris and watching you validate Chris every time you cut your camera on. Only time we see them children actually being properly taken care of is when Phil and Hannah pull their camera out and take them somewhere. Do things for them. Some you as a mother should already be doing. But you concerned about Beyonce and that. You ain't worried about them children. What you ought to be concerned about is if you maybe got some possible CPS cases. But in the back of your mind, you think you untouchable because Cheryl always blocking it. See, Cheryl would piss for it too. She ought to be stepping in and intervening and telling you as a mother that it ain't right, the stuff that you're doing. She's sitting there taking a blind eye. It's sad that that little girl is the same size she was as a little girl. She just a little bit taller. You ain't trying to make sure that she get the proper nutrients she need. None of that. Ava is underweight, and that is why you keep her out the doctor office. That's why she don't stay at a doctor office. That's why when they was twins and they was of age, they could get WIC. That's why they didn't get it, cause WIC gonna be on your, you know what, worse than the reactors. You are basically exploiting your children and getting paid to do it. I said what I said, and I ain't taking it back. You ought to be glad that you're able to get paid to sit at home and mistreat your children. Somebody might say, why would she say that and think that there's something good to say? No, that's basically what she doing. See, if she go to work, that's too much like right. She really gonna have to get off her sorry behind and do something with herself. See, I'm gonna stay on your neck because I'm a mother. If I ain't nothing else, you sitting up there got 5 children and got time to worry about other people trying to prove points that Chris worked. Who cares? You ain't seeing none of the money. And the video that surfaced of him actually at a actual event, you was nowhere in sight. And for you getting on here pretending that that little baby family all of a sudden want him, that's a total lie, baby. Them people barely don't even know nothing about you. Chris don't talk about you. It was somebody in the actual reactors comment section that basically blew up your spot too, and basically said that Chris don't claim you. That's what we've been telling you from day one. But see, you want to be a pick me, and you basically want to get on this internet and pretend like Chris is such a upstanding man. He taking care of you, and you supposed to be a housewife. Baby, you are not a housewife. You just a YouTuber that actually pick up your camera and record neglect. That's what you do and get paid for it. That's all you do. I can't even say you're a content creator because your content is piss poor. You have actual storyline, and most importantly, you got a good chance of having a decent channel because you got children. But you put them on the camera and make them look any kind of way. You really was mad and kept talking about you took in legal action on people when my Chevy life was out here. You can't get mad at that channel for actually showing what you actually put out there. You just now trying to present yourself and make the people think that you are a good mother. But the thing about being a good mother, you ain't got to prove it to nobody. They can see it. And anybody that watch your channel and don't think that you're a piss poor mother, they need to reevaluate themselves and get them some glasses. Because this stuff that you do on the internet ain't nothing but a lights, camera, action. You pretending like you actually a good mother. Your meal preps are actually just for the content. You don't feed those children. And then when you actually feed them, the children are so ravenous, you can tell they ain't ate for a minute. I wish my child would say he hungry and I won't go in there rattle pot. We don't even eat out like that. Maybe once a week. You sitting up there trying to defend McDonald's. McDonald's food is processed, ma'am. You ever heard that statement, we got food at home? That's what you ought to be saying instead of every time when they ask you if you're hungry, you just ate. That's your favorite line, y'all just ate. Those children be starving, and you be on there clicking on that camera, trying to go back and forth with people that don't even care nothing about you. Your mods are the main reason why your channel ain't flourishing. They blocking out comments. So you don't like to hear the truth when somebody tell you in the comments about blase this, blase that. All they gotta do is say somebody he need a haircut. You get defensive. The baby does need a haircut. You know he do. You know his little head is messed up. That is your fault. You did not give him tummy time, and you are a fifth time mother. Make it make sense. You did patches wrong. So as his mother, you ought to try at least halfway make it right and get that baby haircut. That way his hair will halfway come back like it's supposed to. It's a shame the back of his head matted up. And you sitting up there like you on a scene of the color purple, trying to comb his hair now. Now that Chris back. We know you be on the internet trying to get Chris to come home. We know Chris not there. Because if Chris there, we're going to hear him in the background, want to be seen and trying to get in the camera, trying to tell us this and that, calling us bro. And he called you bro. That man don't want you, ma'am. He don't even really want that baby. And he ain't taking care of the kids he already got. But whoever blew his spot up and told where he worked, if I was his baby mama, I'd be like, thank you. And I'm going to make my way downtown. But we already know Medusa ain't going down there. Medusa wants to be considered the mama that didn't put him on child support. But if you're smart, you'll open your eyes and realize that you ain't his type. Medusa is the type of woman that he actually is attracted to. If she said a word now that he could go back, he'll leave you right there standing. But word on the curb is he got a whole new family out there anyway. Now, it was funny to me when I saw the video where somebody actually pretended to be his wife. That's really what got your feathers ruffled, because you're not his wife and you never will be. I'm so sorry to tell you. That man is not finna wife you. He told you to wait 5 years to have that baby. You see what I'm saying? And when you got on there talking about possible marriage and he basically threw that water in your face, that should have been a red flag. But see, you don't care and you want to be a pig Misha, want everybody to think that Chris love you. We all know Chris don't care nothing about you. You see what I'm saying? And it's sad that he's basically ashamed of his son. That's really why he don't want you to cut his hair. He know you don't mess that little boy head up. You don't mess the shape of his head up. That is your fault. You can't put that on nobody but yourself. Then you didn't keep the helmet on there like it was supposed to be. Girl, bye. Read the title, because I know you be out in our little chats too, because you said you feeding us. No, ma'am, you ain't feeding me. I ain't even monetized over here. But I'm gonna tell you what it is, because your mama obviously ain't finna tell you what it is. She is sad, but I think she really hoping that CPS don't ever get involved, because she don't want to have the responsibility of taking care of them kids. But if they ever was to go to her, that they'll be better off. They will get 3 square meals a day, and they're well taken care of. You ain't even trying to get in there and learn how to cook. You be on here mimicking people's channels. Why you won't be mimicking these cooking channels and learn how to cook quality meals for your children? If it's smart, you'll get on Clementine and the kiddos and look on there and figure out how to feed your children. Thank me later. That woman feeds her children. A lot of people say she just do it for content. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. She do that because that's what she do. When she on that camera, it's natural. When you get up there and make meals for your camera, it's for your kids, it's forced. Anybody can tell it's a straight production, lights, camera, action. I'm finna make some slop. When you made them sloppy Joe, they was real sloppy. No pun intended. I don't know what that's tomato paste type stuff that you made, but that was a no, ma'am. You know better. And it's sad that people had to keep talking at you to make you go to Sam's. Girl, you got 5 children. Sam should be your best friend. You ought to be there even they'll sleep. Your refrigerator right now, you ain't got $100 worth of food in there. You got 5 children at your house. But you so stuck on using Hannah that you ain't trying to be a mother to your own children. Hannah do better with your children than you do, and she don't have them like that. That's bad. But I was smiling when I seen them children had went to see the Little Mermaid. I said they being treated the right way, and it's sad somebody else got to do it. But it is what it is with you. You ain't gonna try to do better. You gonna keep being on Beyonce internet trying to chase this YouTube fame. But word to the wise, you better get your stuff together. You don't never know when YouTube might fake a flop. It might not be here no more. What you gonna do then? You be on TikTok over there doing the most. I ain't mad at it. Keep a hustle. But girl, you need to get you a job too. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a hustle. You can do Instacart. You can get you a work from home job. It's a lot you can do, ma'am. What you need to do is stop putting out that piss poor content and quit trying to get people to pay you for editing classes. You don't even edit out stuff for your own videos. But word on the curb was you basically put it in there because you like to keep the streets talking. And don't get in the reactors chats and then get in your feelings. Because that's where you get a lot of your information, where you can get on this internet, make your videos, and most importantly, try to play victim. I know who that reactor is, but out of respect, I'm not gonna put that person's name out there. But everybody that keep their ears to the streets already know who did it. And it was funny to me. No, she didn't do nothing wrong by asking them that. The company was liable for telling your information. They ain't had no business disclosing that. They probably hung that phone up and took that conversation to nothing, meaning they shouldn't have answered no questions. They blew up her spot, blew up his spot, not her. See, that's the part you got mad about. I'm gonna keep saying it because they present themselves to be his wife. You want to be his wife so bad. No, ma'am, you would never be Miss Bowser. Okay? You will never be. He don't even care nothing about the seed that he planted in you and that's birthed in the world now. When you passed that baby to that man, he felt like he was coming over for a visit. And it felt like it was court ordered, meaning he had to be over there. That's sad. He has no connection with his own father. None. None. So you can get on here and try to pretend like that you got a perfect family when you don't. You don't. You need to stay out of your children's hair and get somebody you do their hair that actually, as the older people say, got growing hands. Because you ain't doing but taking them children's hair. Amaya don't even have a hairline. That's sad. Kaylin hair stay in her head, look like it been there for 6 months. That girl hair matted up on that McDonald's vlog. And you sit up there, got them children walking around, playing around in that bacteria infested playground. Then you didn't tell them wash their hands and want to wipe in sight or sound times. Girl, you are trash. You don't care nothing about nothing. I don't know. I don't know what to say for you, and most importantly, I don't really think there's any more hope for you. Somebody need to save them Davis for. Now, as far as your last child, you're gonna do above and beyond for him. But what you ain't finna do is cut his hair because people told you not to, and you look a fool doing that. That baby need a haircut. He needs therapy. He need a lot going on. If you can't see how that baby walking sideways and get on the camera in the same breath, then you just what I said, piss poor. I watched that baby walk. That baby is not reaching his milestone. You sitting there letting him not do it, and you don't even care. You got full Medicaid and won't go down there and do what needs to be done. He can get all type of interventions and help. The only reason Abe and them had a fighting chance because they started going to regular school. You see what I'm saying? And they got Phil out and they Hannah over there to actually do something for him every now and then. Now, Philip ain't my favorite person considering what he did, but as a man, it seems like he's trying to right his wrongs. But you, ma'am, you need to do better and stop using Hannah to be the mama to your children that you should be. It's sad that she had to take that little boy on the field trip, and now she got to take them and see the Little Mermaid. You know why she got to do it? Because you ain't gonna do it, and you ain't got no cash to do it. You ain't got no money. You broke right now. You can't present $100 right now. That's why you got them on the floor doing their hair because you too cheap to send them somewhere for them to fix their little hair. You can find somebody to braid their heads up. You ought to keep you a braider on speed dial. Consider you got little girls. And if you smart, you'll be getting on here trying. No, I'm lying. Get off here and learn to have a one-on-one with your little girl. Because in a minute she's gonna have breasts and her cycle gonna be on. You're gonna need to teach her how to keep her self clean. But you got to start with yourself. You got to keep yourself clean. You get on here a lot of times, look like you ain't had a bath in about 3 days. You even admitted you didn't take a shower. Who does that? Get on the Beyonce internet, unpresentable, unkept, in a lingerie that need to be in the wash. You done had that lingerie on for 2 days. And when you do get on camera, you got those shorts up to your butt, trying to do a clean with me, and you doing but wiping that bacteria around on them counters. Jazz, you are sad. You got too many children to be as nasty and as clueless as you are. I don't see how any man lay with you, nasty as you is. But, that is what it is. But the thing about it, I know Chris ain't hitting it. We know Chris ain't hitting it. We can tell in your eyes, you are mad, you depressed, and most importantly, you know your child in the toilet. You said we want you to not have a house. What can we do to make you homeless? Nobody told you to get that expensive house. If you were smart, you'd have been all these years you've been trying to clean your credit up so you could buy a home. But see, your brain didn't expand that point. All you wanted to do was prove to us that you and Chris was the perfect couple when you ain't even close. Now he gone. I already know what's going on. He gone, sis. He gone. I've been there, done that. But the difference between me and you is I ain't finna sit there and keep waddling in it and trying to pretend, most importantly, trying to prove points to people that don't care nothing about me in the first place. But if you're smart, you'll turn that channel around and get you some sponsors, some real sponsors. We tired of looking at that vacuum running across that dirty floor. And get that dog and put him outside. That's contributing to a lot of reasons why them children sick. That little girl got asthma. You ain't got no business having Bentley around her. She could be allergic to the dog. But see, you don't think to go and see if that's maybe what it is. Amaya's sitting up there like she's struggling to breathe. You on that tearing that little boy's scalp up when you would take him to the barbershop. You take him to Chick-fil-A, you take him to eat everywhere when your children ain't there. You can take him to the barbershop. What you waiting on? You say you waiting on his hairline to come in. If you waiting on that, then baby, he won't get a haircut till he about 15. You ain't got no real hairline. And look at his dad. What you expect? You expect him just to have the perfect hair type. You see how his hair texture is. You don't want to comb it. You don't want to take the simple steps to keep it moisturized and wash it. So a haircut would be the best thing for him. So as far as your child concerned, if you're smart, you'll try to clean it up over there, ma'am. And start with your house. Because people get tired of you turning that camera on, taking that whatever you got in your hand and moving that bacteria around. That's all you be doing is running water. I ain't never seen you go and do a clean with me, clean your bathroom, none of that. You always try to prove something to us. We can tell you be in the reactors, chats, and lives and watching their videos because you always come back with another one. It'd be right in your title. You be in the chats, in the bushes. But when people get in your chat and actually give a comment, you be telling your mods to tell them to actually pay you $5. Man, nobody got to pay you $5 for them answers. I even got in one of your chats and told people what the answer was. She working on the content, baby, now. Thank me later. Jazz don't think she one of the people that's a pick me, and she think having babies is cute, and most importantly, she think recording neglect is also content. So with that being said, Jasmine, you need to do just what I said. Find you something to do and quit trying to pretend like you can take legal action. You can't even call it exterminator. How you gonna afford to pay a retainer for a lawyer? A lawyer ain't finna take that case. If you talking about what went on with Chris, I looked at your lies. It was a bunch of lies, a bunch of crap. You just basically was on there mad because people blew your spot up. That's what it was. I mean, you got every right to be mad, but you can't take no legal action on nobody. They ain't did nothing wrong. You said she impersonated you. How can she impersonate you when you're not even his wife, ma'am? You are his girlfriend, and I use that term very loosely. You are his fool that actually take care of him. That's basically what it is. He found you on the internet, and he wishing he never met you. You see what I'm saying? He really don't want that baby. I'm saying I hate to have so hate to tell you that he really doesn't want Patches. We call him Patches for a reason because maybe they'll let you know he need to cut his hair. And I don't talk about kids. That baby got patches, his hair matted up in the back, and you got him on camera. That's the only person you put the camera on is him and you. Your forehead back to his face. I get dizzy watching your video, but see the thing about it, I don't watch them like that no more. I don't watch it because see, I cannot sit there and watch neglect and think it's cute. When I watch your videos, I get mad. A lot of times I gotta log off and take a woosah. But you'll get it one day, hopefully. But right now, you ain't ready for that. All you want to do is try to be Mrs. Bowser and they finna have. But I'm gonna slide off of this live, y'all. The people that actually subscribe to this actual second channel, I appreciate your support over here. I hope you guys have a great Memorial Day. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my cooking. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.